because they realize what it's like to be depressed. And I totally get that, because I have this tendency whenever someone's around me and there's something wrong with them that I have to do something to make them not feel like shit. Like when people cry around me, like, oh man, it's like, okay, I gotta fix this somehow. You know what I mean? I think sometimes, like, when you have a lot of bad things happen to you, it just makes you a lot more empathetic. It's fairly hard to do. Alright. I'll give it to her. Because her biggest problem seems to be is occasionally she ends up getting surrounded by things. I want something for her to go melee with if necessary. Let's do it. Deal 100 slash damage to enemies with the Unlabored Blade. Save it.
Hey.
Alright, so that's done. So I think everybody, all I gotta do is continue on with the White March. That's it. We gotta go to the Iron Flail Fort next. Yeah, but made you stronger too. Think about it that way. Made you a lot stronger. Like, in a way, all those bad things that happen, they give us a kind of strength. Like, we've been through things that a lot of people are never going to experience. Thankfully. That's how I try to look at it. Like, for the longest time, I always felt like that was all wasted time, but then I realized stuff makes you stronger. Made you who you are. And a little bit I know about you, you seem like a really decent dude, so. Yeah, it's all about recovery. You're always recovering. That little bit stays with you, but it's like a reminder to not be that person. You never forget that pain. Ooh, hello, who are you? Iron Flail Gunner. The soldiers watch you warily as you approach. Once you're within speaking distance, one of them gestures with his pistol. That's far enough. What are you doing here? You lost? I'm here to speak with the commander. The commander's not receiving any more visitors. He looks you over, frowning. Did Stowart sent you? Yeah. Here for your delegates, the commander has them in his cell. We'll have the truth out of them one way or another. As for you, Adric wants nothing more to do with messengers or diplomats. You're too late. Darren said Adric came here because he had a vision. Then this Darren at least speaks the truth. Adric has said there will be a great battle. We are here to hold the pass and defend Wraith Saris. He has seen us in a dream. Battle against who? Who else would wish to destroy Wraith Saris? Deerwood hungers for our lives just as Stowart hungered for the battery. You've asked more than enough questions. Go on, get out of here. I won't warn you again.
They wouldn't be so tough without their fort. Or their army.
So do I need to leave then? Are you going to give me a chance to leave? Apparently not. I guess we're going to fight. Sure, in prison if you're alive. Yeah, and you proved them wrong. Did good in the end. What's going on, Maddox? Sadly, I'm probably going to be stopping in a bit. As soon as I deal with these people here. That's how you quit. Solitude works. I kind of did the same thing. Let's go with Frenzy. Like, I was a total hermit for a while after everything went down. But I think you need that time to yourself. Charge. So you guys gonna fight too, or you just to send your dog out after me? Oh crap, your AI's all messed up because I had you out of my party. Aggressive. Manaha. Aggressive. You're good, you're good.
My mind feels...
Ooh, Sagani, you got your new dagger. Try it out. Let's set your soul on fire. Just takes time. The older I get, the more I believe in the whole time heals all wounds thing.
Of course.
Gets a little bit easier each year.
Hey.
Yes, we were pouring our souls out to each other.
Of course.
See, and that kind of goes into what I want this channel to be as it grows. Like, I totally want this to be a place where no matter what kind of day you're having, no matter what's going on with you, if you're having a shitty day at work, if having relationship problems, financial issues, whatever, you can come here and just chill out and kind of relax, you know what I mean? Because in all honesty, the big reason I started streaming, it was like therapy for me. I was working too much, and working too much was messing with me, and I was like, you know what? I need time for myself. And I just started streaming. I was like, I'm gonna play games for a couple hours, and I'll just hit the live button for the hell of it. I'm not expecting anything from it. I'll just have somebody come in and maybe BS with them or whatever while I'm playing something. But this was like, this is actually pretty much my therapy. That's why I started doing this. Yeah, son, if you're pretty awesome. Like, I hope that once Pillars is done, you guys stick around. It's been fun it's been nice having you guys here. Like, obviously I'm going to be doing Pillars 2 after this, but even after that's all done, I hope you all stick around. Oh, hi.
Come on.
I was gonna say, I hope you have some friends with you, or you're gonna have one hell of a day here.
Commander will figure it out.
Ooh, Scotty. Here, you can back up the archer. Just go after whoever. These guys don't look too bad. Then again, a deer is currently confused, so maybe I should take this slightly seriously. Okay, let's, I love doing this even though nobody's around. So I'll go after him. You three go after him. You two go after him. Hope we got more. More coming. Boy, you're a little late to the party, buddy. Oh, all my friends are dead. I'm gonna charge down here and give these guys what for? Sarah and prayer bracelet. Take that. I don't know if that's like loot or if that's for something.
Hey.
Matt is who explained channers to you. Yeah, I remember you telling me he was really good at this. Man, I hope I really wasn't supposed to like be peaceful with you guys, because I'm doing a really bad job at that. Prayer bracelet. English, do I speak it? Prayer bracelet is money, okay. Whoa, warlock. These guys have the worst timing. It's like I'll kill two guys and then like one dude will walk in like, hey everybody, how's it going?
Of course.
Indeed. Ooh, camping supplies, I can use that. It's gonna be a pretty short DLC. I'm taking care of this whole Iron Flail problem pretty easily. Anyone else up here? Here, I brought you a scarf.
Oh, thanks, Mariel.
Excuse me, everybody. I got a grave rob here for a second. Ring of Overseeing. Hi, how's it going? I can explain. Wait, who are you? You're that lord from Caed Nua, aren't you? The woman's cheeks are rosy with embarrassment. What are you doing here? Calm down, I'm not here to hurt anyone. Well, what are you here for? You're liable to get fed to the dogs if patrols catch you. No, I've killed them already. What are you two up to? Too cold to get up to anything. Young people have no imagination these days. Indeed. 420 placelets. Stealing some time away is all, no harm in that, is there? She giggles. Are you here with that army? No, we're just villagers. Well, armed considering. He squirms. Please just keep it down. Alec may be asleep on duty, but he's not the only one around. Do you know anything about the delegates from Stalwart? Just the obvious. They didn't do a good job of negotiating. Well, I'm doing a great job of negotiating, and I'd like to negotiate them out of here. Commander's been in a fury for the past week. It's not like him. I need to speak to the commander. Wait, what can you tell me about the commander? Commander, his eyes brighten. He pulled the Iron Flail together himself. He's a good man. He believes in Viserys more than anyone. He gave us our pride back, told us to keep faith. Sometimes I think the vigilance speaks through him. Careful, he'll go on for hours if you let him. I need to speak to him. Can't help you. I don't just mean that they'd string me up for it. If you'd come before the delegates arrive, you might have had a chance. As it is, it looks like we're in for a fight and the commander's not taking any risks. I'm not supposed to be out here. Makes 3 of us, right? Farewell. Take care. Now, where were we? In a cemetery, too. Have you no shame? Let's make a circle around here. I was going to stop, but I might as well finish this map up since I already got it started. Meningpugua. Where are you guys just hanging out up here? Here, you 3, instead of standing there, go after her.
Leave it to me! Hey.
Bear hide. Bear hide. Awakened Audra.
Hey.
Devastation to the surrounding forest stretches near the horizon. Another archer. Hey, when nature calls, right? Let's take that. Up, another warlock just wandering onto the sand. I like getting myself to where I'm strong enough where I can just completely wipe out another army. Wow, he was like long dead and still chanting. That was creepy. Warlock Codex. Iron Flail Warlock Helm. That looks like that's a neat looking helm. Take that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see if my beagle will actually eat, or if he's gonna be a princess about it. Before I go to bed. Luckily, he has a crate bowl. I could just give it to him that way. Take that. Alright, perimeter secure. See, mine get all weird about it. The one that has anxiety, he'll, oh crap, there's an archer on the tower. That might not be good. Like, you'll give him his food, and then sometimes he'll sit there and eat it. Sometimes he'll take a bite and look at you and sit there. Sometimes he needs you, like, sitting there with him. There's more than one way in. Heavy wooden gate bars entry to the fort. Armored figures skulk the periphery of the flanking towers bearing tall longbows. It would take considerable force to stage a frontal assault upon the fort. Call down a cannon strike. Well, if I can't find another way in, I'm calling in air support. Let's take a look then. Like, you mean like a back entrance or something? Oh, wait, is this a door? Oh, okay, I missed this. I saw this earlier and I never checked it. Observing it from below, you notice that the watchtower at the side gate appears to be unmanned. You find no hostile faces peering over the fence either. The roof of the tower crosses over the fort walls. Climbing it may provide a means of getting inside. Continue. You can make out voices past the gate, engaged in scattered conversation. In bright light of day, the camp bustles with activity. A discreet individual could try to open the gate before the alarm is sounded, but it will be risky in broad daylight. Examine the gate. The gate appears to be heavily reinforced. Through the narrow gaps in the outer wall, you can see supports set against the inside. Throw a grappling hook up. Grappling hook strikes the wooden beam with a disquieting thud. No cries of alarm follow. A few tugs on rope suggest the hook holds fast. Send someone over the wall. Sagani, you're supposed to be sneaky. Sagani grips the rope and begins to climb, clambering up and into the watchtower. Soon, Sagani is maneuvering down the other side of the wall inside the fort. From there, Sagani has a glimpse of the bustling camp and of the guard posted some short distance away. As Sagani drops to a crouch, the movement catches the guard's attention, and he turns in Sagani's direction. Sagani. Sagani steps back towards the shadow of the watchtower, but it's too late. Sagani rushes to unbar the gate as the guard calls for reinforcements. Okay, well at least you're not, like, up there by yourself, because that would have been bad. Hey, what? Hey. What all we got here? Warlocks, gunner, archer, dog. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. Sawa, start going after that. Let's knock you all down. Alright, Itamok, go for the... Warlock's already getting taken out. Go after the gunner. Liquid, you're confused. That's okay. There we go. Charge in.
Yeah.
Liquid, start hitting the middle. Another codec.
Hey.
Alright. So far, so good. This map hasn't been that bad. The Sherbuckshit is disassembled but intact. Rifleman. You guys are new. Ice Treader. Sawa, go for the soft target. Ignore the dog. I'm not worried about the dog. You guys go after him. Wound him. Sword mission. This is gonna go quick. The joys of being high level.
All right, then.
Take all that. Now... Wit deer jerky. Oh, we got a group coming. Riflemen. Alright, a deer. Go this way.
Hey.
Grieving Mother, hang back. Get away from him. Scotty, get back. There we go. Start going after them. Start going after them. Sawa, go down here. Itamaki, come down this way too, since Sagani's targeting down there. You guys can team up. Liquid, where the heck did you go? Oh, you're right there. Come down this way or start this. They're dead anyway, but why not?
Of course. Hey.
My beagle could wipe these guys out. I'm really starting to like having a barbarian too, because Liquid, if I could send him after whole groups of dudes with his greatsword, is just absolutely wrecking whole groups of enemies at this point with damage.
Alright then.
It took me a while to really see it, but now
Fall back!
he's been really good about that.
Defend the commander!
Oh, that's cute. You guys are iron flails and you're actually like using flails. You're really sticking with the whole image. I like it. Warlocks. Target them. Manaha, go up there. I don't know why you decided to take the long way around, but okay, that works. Whatever. Man, that whole chanting after death is creepy. I'm almost wondering if I'm just really, really high level, or if this is kind of meant to be like that bit in Baldur's Gate Throne of Ball where you fight the army and they're like severely outmatched.
Alright then.
We got doors there. I might as well just wipe out everybody before I go check that stuff out. Peek under the tarp reveals barrels marked as powder stores. Yeah, then again, I might as well just check it out. What's in here? Oh, okay. Neat, I guess. Alright, Manaha, you go down here. Liquid, you break off, go down here too. Go out to the Warlock. Grieving Mother, I'm gonna actually have you amplify right there.
Hey.
I am just butchering these guys. I was expecting a bigger fight. Command post. Okay, we'll head there last. Oops.
Alright then.
Scroll paralysis. You two, get an archer, Liquid, get down here. Houndmaster, you're doing a bang up job, Mr. Houndmaster. Let's go. Just an absolute massacre. I love it. Always clean up after ourselves. Mangled wolf skins and straw provide the bedding in this kennel. All of it stinks of dog. Oh, it's another dog pet. A war pup. This plump, brindle-coated puppy already boasts a disciplined bearing, but only until it spots something to play with. Well, you're gonna go on my stash for now, but I'll make sure you get a good home. Tents hold little. You spy boots, dyeing tunics, and a very occasional book. Hi, how's it going? Manaha, go down here. You two target the warlock. Itamaka down here.
Of course.
Alright, we've almost got this cleared out. Oh my, okay, there's a big group here. Alright, I gotta get serious here for a second. Sawa, charge down here. Greedy Mother, come down here for a second. Knock these guys out. I keep forgetting I don't have Durance. Not that it looks like it's gonna be a problem. For a bit. Liquid. Want you to break off. Go after the rifle. You two go after him.
Just like old times.
Hey. Of course.
My inventory right now is probably disgusting. I haven't sold anything in a while.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey.
Hot pitch roils ominously within this deep cauldron. Well, that would have sucked if I tried to go through the front gate and had that on me. Tenwin, how you doing? Didn't get a notification that I was on you, man? That sucks. I've been here. This is like almost 4 hours now. But I got most of the side quests done. Actually, I think I got all the side quests done. I went back to White Marsh now. Trying to make up for yesterday a bit. Catch up on things. Oh my, okay. Warlocks, Paladin, Gunner, Archer. Alright, Liquid, go after him. Or not, just go after him then. Grieving Mother. Liquid is in the perfect spot to knock all these guys down. Okay, you guys split up. You don't need 3 of you down here to kill an archer. You two go up here. Go after them. You guys get after this guy. Zawa's quest is very strange to start for. It at least has a random glitchy tendency not to appear. Yeah, his quest isn't even listed in my journal, I noticed. I don't know if it ever was. I have one for Manaha, Grieving Mother, and then Craghope, Yenwood, and Master Below, but I don't have anything for Zawa. So I don't know if it glitched out or what. Oh, shoot. He talked about going to a monastery, I thought. Which is, I think, where Manaha's going. So maybe something will trigger if I take him there.
Hey.
I don't have it yet. Oh, it pops up later.
All right, then.
I need to explore all options in his dialogue. Okay, I'll have to check in a second. Rooting pain. Generates a shockwave around a monk each time he gains a wound. Some of the options may already be grayed out. But they're still there to explore. Okay. I'll check that out in a second then, before I forget about it. Mortification of the soul. Need to go to White Hollow, empty his dialogue, rest, and then he might give you a quest. Okay. I'll probably do it after I get this whole area done then. Because I'm going to try to finish this area up and then probably stop for today. So I can get some sleep. Because surprisingly, despite the fact that I took all that time off to sleep yesterday, I really didn't sleep that well.
All right, then.
I think I don't know if I'm getting sick or what the heck's wrong with me. Few enterprising individuals have carved crude figures into the wooden logs of the train. Juvenile. Alright, command post. Her quest is extremely uninteractive. You will see when you do it. Either way, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We're very, very close to wrapping this up, I think. It looks like. Please listen.
Enough! I've had my fill of... What's this? Steady, men. Our guest has arrived.
Iron Flail Commander is a young man, lean in build. His brown hair is unkempt, his eyes fevered. At his feet is a grate set over what appears to be a pit. You hear a smattering of anxious cries rising from his cell as the commander steps forward.
All that chaos outside. For an instant, I believed you, woman.
His boot comes down hard on the grate.
But he's only a common assassin.
I prefer to settle this peacefully. I know I've done a hell of a bad job of proving that to you so far, but I didn't really have a choice.
I'm sure you would, now that you're here. You want to talk? Set down your...
Adric's words die in his throat, his expression frozen mid-snarl. It isn't clear what's happened, not until you start to feel it too. Unbidden, your senses drift as if you had reached out toward a source of essence. You feel an ache in your chest, an almost painful sensation of being pulled forward. A sudden wave of memories floods your mind, clear as the day they formed. You see Odema's campsite ravaged by the Beowick, the halls of Caed Nua. You tread wet cobblestones beneath Copper Lane, seeking the leaden key. You climb winding steps to the top of a tower that parts the clouds. The images wash over you, tracing lives and emotions from 100 different times and places. Not all are your own. Slowly you become aware of the sensation of being watched. Reach out. You direct your senses, tracing the invasion to its source, Arderic. Conviction burns through him, bright as a brazier. For an instant, you share in his emotion, and a source of desperation rattles about your skull. Absent context, the fragments of memory you see are just images. A small house across a field of vibrant purple flowers, a sea of armored kith and flapping banners waiting on your command. There's an uncomfortable moment where you feel your twinned awareness turning in on itself, and then the connection is severed. Arderic looks startled, his face ashen. Huh, that's never happened before.
You're the Watcher at Caed Nua? They said he was a senile hermit.
Who said that? Oh, Merwald is dead. Caed Nua is mine now.
Why have you come? Why now?
What did these people do to make you throw them in a pit?
Stalwart sent delegates to discuss terms of peace. I offered them the opportunity. I was generous.
Arderic paces a few steps before he gets a hold of himself.
But Stalwart sent soothsayers, not diplomats, to frighten us with stories of the moon going dark, the earth shaking.
I would speak to the people who have seen these wild visions to compare notes.
You mean drugs? It took me a second to figure out where the hell that was coming from. That's right, they're in the pit. I was like, what's wrong with the audio? A shrill voice suddenly rises up from the pit. Arderic stomps down angrily on the bars, drowning her out. Perhaps you and I can talk now.
You're nothing more than a mercenary for a village of people unwilling to put their own lives on the line.
If there have been tremors, there were cave-ins at the mines.
Don't play the fool with me. These omens are meant to frighten me, to make me doubt my purpose here. But there is more at stake here than a village in the mountains. They dismiss my faith, call us superstitious. But what does Stalwart believe in? Iron and gold, and nothing else.
They have a lot of fish, too.
I have tilled barren fields with my bare hands. What is gold to me?
He looks down at the grate of the cell, eyes flashing with sudden anger. What do you want with Stalwart, anyway?
With a village of fishermen, nothing. But they cling fiercely to the forge you gave them. Some of the men are here for gold and good steel, and I promised them their share. But I came for cannons. With the battery's cannons, we can hold the pass. Rayed Saris has suffered enough. Its sons and daughters have nothing.
He looks at a deer, jaw working.
We won't survive an attack from the Deerwood when it comes. Not unless we act. There is an army coming. I've seen it. Pouring down from the mountain. It will crush Stalwart and come for Rayed Saris.
Darik's gaze is distant.
The iron flail will be the wall that safeguards my homeland from the worst these fire worshippers can bring to bear.
Between the Duke's assassination and the Hollowborn crisis, Deerwood's a little preoccupied.
So I believed. Hoped, maybe. But that only means they're angry. They'll look for someone to blame, an enemy to fight.
Wait, you had a vision of an army?
I warn you, if you think to taunt me, Watcher.
I had a vision too. In mine I saw Caed Nua reduced to rubble by an army that shook the earth. Doubt creases Adaric's brow. His men exchange looks, waiting tensely for orders.
Why would they turn on their own? No. You're trying to trick me. This is all another distraction.
Oh, hey, checks I can't make. I remember thunder and 100 eyes gazing back at me. Any of that sound familiar?
The thunder followed me to the temple at Dawn's Reach, and the earth split beneath our feet.
You read my soul. What did that tell you?
That you're soft-hearted, but it hasn't seemed to stop you. And that you have seen and done a great many things. Things I would not have otherwise believed.
We both know something's coming. Maybe two watchers could figure out how to stop it. For several moments, there is nothing but silence in the cabin. Then you hear the scrape of metal as Adaric takes up his sword, only to lay it flat across his palms.
I led my people here because I believed we were on the right path. I bound my soul to this blade as proof of my surety.
There's a ripple of soul energy in the air there, and gone. Adaric looks pained.
The sword's no good to me now. It's yours, for as long as you can wield it.
I gained an item, Steadfast.
I'll call in our forces from the mountains. Please, give me time to explain. You should speak with Stalwart's messengers. Perhaps you'll get some answers out of them.
I was a good diplomat. I handled that peacefully. I was granted Sever the Soul. What is Sever the Soul? Is that an item? Maybe it's an ability. Oh, here we go. Talents. Sever the Soul. 1 time per rest. Target weakened for 10.4 seconds. Use full attack. Encounter the Watcher Arderic heighten your abilities, allowing you to penetrate your foe's defenses and leave them weakened. What's this sword? Steadfast. Soulbound sword one-handed. Binds with pretty much everybody. +5 will, +1 resolve. Steadfast is a single-edged backsword with a recurved guard and wire-wrapped grip. A deer? Perhaps? Even though I really like that sword you got right there. I'll think about that. My brain is too frazzled to think about what the heck I'm going to do with that sword right now. What else is here? Take this. She got a book, I believe. Take that. Money.
All right, then.
I guess everybody just left. Money. Ooh,
Take a look
hidden.
at this.
I'll get you guys out of that pit in a second. I gotta loot first. It's important. Bracers of deflection. Diamond. Exceptional blunderbuss. Book. Potion. Alright. Might as well do the rest of this talking here before I stop. Oh, thank you. I thought we'd never get out of there. Are you hurt? No, a little bruised perhaps. The cold was the worst part. You'd think he'd be used to that. I don't know how you managed to talk that man down. He was practically foaming at the mouth. And now he and his men are still skulking around the mountains. I'm not sure letting him live was the best idea. Commander wasn't the problem. One of the delegates points an accusing finger at another, a woman standing apart from the rest. We might have come to terms if she hadn't goaded him, shouting at him about omens and curses, demanding he lead the march. You know how superstitious the race Sarans are. The commander went white as a sheet. She sabotaged the meeting. The woman in question is dressed in unassuming robes. She bears the accusation silently, her eyes closed as if in prayer. Care to explain yourself? With desperate speed, woman suddenly lunges sidelong towards a nearby rack and seizes a dagger lying there. She sets the blade to her own throat. Well, that was easy. Unseen to all but yourself, the dying woman's soul essence coils in thin wisps about her body. It only grows brighter as her corpse stills. The remaining delegates stare in horror at her pooling blood. Manaha kneels by the dying woman and inspects her robes. She examines a crescent medallion hanging around the woman's neck. Well, what just happened? I think she just slit her throat. Damn it, now we'll never get an answer out of her. Fear not. I'm an expert at situations like this. Reader's soul. You reach out and brace against a sudden flare of pain and fear, digging after less recent events. There is a copper taste in your mouth and pain like fire in your throat. Under the brute terror of death, you find a comforting thread of resolve, of satisfaction and duty fulfilled. You follow it. It leads you stumbling into another memory, as whole and vivid as the first. You walk the dark halls of an abbey, dimly lit and quiet, your footsteps loud. A blur. You are standing in a dimly lit room and facing a robed Amawa. You recognize him as Kyoto, the High Abbot. He beckons you forward. Examine your surroundings. You're in a wide, rounded chamber. The tiles beneath your feet are covered in strange, curling symbols. You recognize them as symbols of Andra, goddess of sea and memory. Memory blurs. When your sight is clear, you are standing in front of Kyoto, and he is smiling gently down at you.
Drive the raid Ceres from these mountains, and you may yet spare many lives. The Tidebringer will be here in a week's time. Should you be delayed in your travels, report to him as you would to me. He will enter the reliquary and call off the army of Eyeless in my stead. If you are caught, sister, you know what you must do. I will pray for your return, but we will take comfort in the knowledge that you have joined the rest of Andra's favorite in her keeping.
The words jar you loose from the memory, flinging you back into the moment of the woman's death and then into your own skin. But traces of her memory join yours. You know the path to the abbey to which she was to return, buried in the mountains to the north. Is the name Eyeless familiar to anyone? The Eyeless, they're a figure of speech for when you can't remember something. You say, it must be the Eyeless took it from me. Yes, but there's a story to it. They're supposed to do the bidding of the Lady of Lament. Andra points and they come, out of nowhere, wipe things from the face of the earth. That's why whenever something up and goes missing or gets destroyed with no one there to see it, you're supposed to thank Andra that the Eyeless didn't come for you too. Do you know a Kyoto? Kyoto, oh yes. He came through town some time back, stopped by at the temple in Stalwart. This was just after the town decided to rededicate it to Abiden. He didn't seem too pleased about it. He was dressed like a priest. Maybe he took offense. He's an Amawa. Tall fellow, very polite considering he's apparently leader of some fanatical sect. I think it's clear we haven't been the best judges of character recently. Do you know what a Tidebringer is? Tidebringer? That's something they used to talk about at the Temple of Andra, I think. It's a person, a title I mean. Tends to be used in the more devout circles. What about the Eyeless? Have you heard of them? The Eyeless... Oh, wait. Do you know anything about Nabiton North? I've heard of something like that. An Andre stronghold. Not the kind of place that welcomes visitors. Manaha's eyes widen. That sounds like the Abbey of the Fallen Moon. Isn't that where she came from? Delicate points to the dead woman. Yes, it's where I'll find the reliquary so I can call off their army. What, another one? Gosh, it feels like everyone on Iora is after the battery now. Why would these Andrites want to raise Sarans out? I doubt it's for Stalwart's benefit. Competition, maybe? They're up to something, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. If you do mean to go to this abbey, be careful. There have been stories about traders wandering north and getting scared off or even killed by strange guards. That's the place, alright. They're a secretive bunch. I suppose you could always try to sneak in. I doubt you'll be welcome otherwise. Sounds like the Tidebringer would be. Welcome, I mean. Maybe I can convince them I'm the one they've been waiting for because I'm really good at talking to people. Sometimes. I hope so. I imagine Yabi is heavily geared. A sudden, deafening crash from outside makes the delegate jump, startled. A rumbling like thunder follows. You hear further sounds of smashing timbers, panic screaming. Oh no, what's happening? I thought you took care of the soldiers. I did. This is something else. Yes, we'll wait here inside. I am terrible at talking to you. I have had some good conversations with people. Thank you very much. It was like early in the game, I think, but I did. Alright, hold on everybody. I'll find out what that is. Okay, I already checked that. Alright, I'll see what's outside. Oh, what the hell is that? Eyeless hammer. You're like pyramid head looking things, but not.
Good. These will leave X scuffles.
Okay, don't be intimidated by the size of them. I've killed big things before. I got this. They are vests. Oh, that's why you were telling me about the sword and why it was a big deal later. That sword actually was very, very useful against Raedric. Raedric did not last long because of that sword. I wonder if these things can be knocked down. I doubt it, but we'll try. There's only one way to find out. Oh, you guys aren't playing around. Oh, yeah, there you go. He just killed one. Shoot, I don't have lay on hands. Sahwa, don't die. As the last Meg Folk falls, a tide of essence sweeps through the ether. It washes over you and you find yourself in the memories of the Eyeless. The Hulk... Oh, I thought I was going to read or something. The hulking creatures surround you, their sinew-wrapped skeletons clanking and screeching in the semi-darkness. Their bodies fill the air with the tang of metal and a musk of sweat. The cavern in which you stand, it looks like a cavern anyway, glows with a dim ambient light. Steel flashes as the eyelids shift and stir. They stamp their feet and groan in rasping metallic voices. The restless energy prickles at the back of your neck. In an echoing rumble, you hear something familiar. It's the pounding noise from your dream, the harbinger of a terrible army. You begin to wonder how many eyelids are crowded around you. You suspect there must be scores of them, maybe more. It's difficult to tell how far back this chamber goes or where it is. Ahead, you see a glint of light. It might be an exit. Already, however, the vision is starting to fade. Alright. Explore further into the chamber. You push past the lumbering eyeless and cling to the wilting shreds of the vision. Cavern broadens before you. It swells with echoes until you hear the growling, grinding sounds of the eyeless all around. You pull yourself into a glowing, crystalline outcropping and survey the expanse of blunt heads and piston arms. There aren't scores of them, there are hundreds. The vision ends, returning you to the frozen and blood-churned mud of the fort. Well, that ain't good. Hi, where were you guys hiding at? Adarik appears to have taken some blows. Okay, you were fighting. There is a purpling bruise along his temple and his armor is dented in several places. He looks rather dazed.
Those things, they came from all sides. The delegate... No, you were right. The visions are true.
Adarik looks you over.
You fought well. And I am glad to see you've come through in one piece, even if I regret the loss of my men. I'll take what's left of our forces. Those that will follow me further up the mountain. We should be prepared when those monsters return.
We can defeat them if we work together.
I have seen already that there is little you can't accomplish.
Adarik bows his head and turns to the road.
You don't mess around when you make enemies, do you?
Never have I met one in this world.
Alright, so we gotta go to the Abbey of the Fallen Moon next. And also, Manaha, we're gonna talk to you when I come back tomorrow, I think. But I will set up a major adventure before I forget. Connie, you can handle that. And we'll do all that tomorrow.